There's a cheat code to manifesting easily, and I'm about to give it to you in about 3 seconds. So, first off, I want to say, hey, my name is Misha. Thank you for joining Chats with Mish, where we talk all about manifesting, dismantling limiting beliefs, healing from the inside out so we can manifest the dream life that we always wanted. And so I am always on the search, learning how to crack the code within ourselves to be able to allow all the things we want to come to us, to manifest. So we don't have to go out and work hard and chase things. Because when you chase things, it runs away from you faster. So it's like a lot of us are on a hamster wheel chasing something that's running away in a circle. Just keep chasing. So it's time for us to get off the hamster wheel and crack the code where we can sit back and allow things to come to us with ease, going downstream, not fighting upstream. And so I was listening to Joe Dispenza, and if you're familiar with him, he talks a lot about, if you're not familiar with him, he talks a lot about your brain power, how you can literally change your life through your mind, your thoughts, your brain. And he goes scientific, and he explains so many different ways. I recommend that you follow him and listen to him if you want to know more in depth about the power of the mind and how you can really shift and create your reality. It doesn't matter if you come from a shitty background. It doesn't matter. You can change where you're from, and where you're from right now. You can change your present time by creating things in your mind. And I align with his teachings because I am, again, a stroke survivor who had to use my brain power to get back on my feet, to use my arms, and to, sharpen my mind where I can come up and speak. Now, you may hear me pause or stutter a little bit because I am still recovering and dealing with aphasia a little bit. So bear with me. So I was in a video of his listening, and I took some notes, and I wanted to bring them to you guys so we can also, I always use this, but it's so funny when you're doing something in life, you don't realize you're doing, something that is actually a good thing, like towards your evolvement and evolving or whatnot. So a lot of the things that are in here, I'm going to also insert my thoughts on how it works because I'm using them as well. Like it works for me in my life, and I've just started doing it. So he says, by the time you're 35, you're running on autopilot. It's from a collective of life experiences. So by the time you're 35 and you've always been stuck in a struggle mentality, struggle life, you know what I mean? Working paycheck to paycheck, it'll be hard for you. Not hard. Nothing's hard. Let me take that back. It will be on autopilot by 35. So you're going to have to consciously, consistently, deliberately work to reprogram your life, your mind, to produce a better life, because by 35 you're stuck in your ways. Let's just say it. That's just basically what he's saying. By the time you're 35, whatever you've learned up to that point, you're stuck in your ways. And so you have to consistently and consciously choose to reprogram for a new reality and to break the loop and to get off the hamster wheel, so to speak. So you have to change your thoughts, and you have to be a guard of your thoughts, meaning things fly in and out all day. But if it's not in alignment with what you need to be giving your energy to, you have to not give it energy, because you're not in control of your thoughts, but you are, if that makes sense. Because sometimes you could just be sitting up there and some crazy shit will come in your mind. You have to correct that. You know that's not right. Somebody could walk past you, and your mind, you judging them in your mind, but you can correct that. And instead of pushing negative energy, because picking on somebody, that's negative energy. That's not happy. You're not giving them, you're not pushing good energy towards them. So you can correct that in your mind and find something nice on the person to, instead of pick on them, give them their props about something. So you might not like what they got on, but then you find out that the bag, while you're looking at them, that the bag is nice. So instead of focusing on the shit that you don't like about what you see, you focus on what you do like, and you compliment that in your mind instead. That's just an example of switching your mind, switching your thoughts. Also, you got a bill due. Instead of saying the worst of the outcome, You speak the outcome you wish to see. And so that is changing your thoughts, changing how you think about a situation, how you approach a situation, and how you perceive a situation. And so again, changing your thoughts is the number one. Then he said, build your unique cheat code. And I do this. And so I'm going to explain to you what he means. He says, build a mini movie. I added these notes: build a movie of your future, a shifter movie of happiness and gratitude and love. And so my example for that is, if you have, I'm a parent, right? So I have a son. My son is 22. My happy memory is always starting from the time he came out. That's the most, like, any mom can understand, that's like the most happiest thing. You see your child take their first breath. I can always get pulled into a love emotion just by that thought alone. And then just making the mini movie of his journey, his life from toddler all the way up into the age he is now. That fills my heart, my chest, my stomach, which is emotion. I can't explain it. So find that thing for you. And whenever you're feeling out of whack or just doing it just to put yourself in a good mood, play that movie. Play that mini movie in your mind, and I call that the shifter movie. It's your happiness, your gratitude. It just fills you with a great vibration, all of the high frequencies that you need to be on. And then fine tune yourself by doing it regularly. So you'll be like setting the tone for a path that you're trying to create. Like, get something that lowers your cortisol too. That's a good thing. Me, for the last couple months, that's been working for me. I've been taking the ashwagandha gummies. Now, I'm not recommending, I'm not a doctor or anything, but it's just been working for me. And then this month, I am going to put those to the side and try the lion's mane gummies and see if those help. But it does help lower my cortisol, because I am not worried. It keeps me really chilled. It keeps me really focused on things I need to do and not worrying about things that I have no control over. And it has been helping me a lot. So I'm not just saying this. I am truthfully saying, like, get you something that helps lower your cortisol levels in your body, helps heal your nervous system, because once you heal your nervous system, you will see a big change in how you manifest, how you think about things, and how you allow shit to just come to you versus you trying to make something happen. So repeating the pattern creates new pathways, like a walkway, my bad. So it's like walking, how when you making, like, say you have you make a trail to go to the bus stop or go somewhere. Think about it when you're a kid, or you make a shortcut to get to your best friend's house, and you have to go through, like, maybe some houses or something like that, and you walk it every single day. Eventually you'll start to see, like, you're creating your own walkway. Like, the grass stops growing in the path and it makes like a little walkway for you. And that is what you're creating when you do these steps consciously every day. You're creating your own walkway, a walking path to go on instead of the old path and that life loop that we're stuck on. That's not creating happiness, creating the desires that we want. So just like the previous video I made about the chat GPT telling us how to manifest, this is literally mimicking the same thing. You're going to create neuroplasticity by doing the same thing over and over in a positive way versus a negative way. And you're creating your experience by applying the pressure every day, applying it every day, all day, creating that walkway, beating the grass down, so to speak. So there's a walkway eventually straight towards what you need. And then that allows things to flow to you. So the cheat code is easy. By the time you're 35, you have an autopilot way of thinking, way of drawing things in already there. You have to deliberately and consciously do the exercises to reprogram and dismantle the limiting beliefs that you've created up to 35. If you're under 35, you are in good shoes. You have a chance to grab your programming and dismantle it early so you can go into your 30s with a new mindset that's manifesting all that you truly want, and you've dismantled the old limiting beliefs that you have picked up from your parents, from your friends, from your environment, from life experiences. You can dismantle that and get rid of the unlucky streak, and then you can pave a new pathway in your mind, in your brain, new neuron pathway shooting off new, I like to say rockets of desire, because that's what Abraham Hicks always say, but it's shooting off new rockets of desire in your brain that creates a new pathway that allows new experiences to come into your life. And it sounds woo-woo if you're new to this, but I'm true to this. Again, I'm telling you, walking all started in the mind first. Anything you have now started with a thought. Anything that you are using now, the person that created it, it started with their mind first. So in order for you to create a new life, a new job, whatever it is you want, that's new. That is not now, right? So whatever you're living now, you are craving something else. Whatever that something else is, you can manifest that by starting with yourself. And you'll be surprised how the opportunities and the synchronicities start lining up to make this a reality for you. It is really true. And I just recommend to dive more into Joe Dispenza. He really breaks it down, scientifically and spiritually, how, you can manifest just by sitting in a seat and making it your, priority to meditate and to reprogram your thoughts by being a guard of your thoughts and shifting. When bullshit flies in, you swat it right on out and you replace it with a good thought. You replace it with something that gives good vibration. And you don't allow nobody to, because you're going to get triggered. When you start really taking this serious, there'll be people will come and just start gossiping. And it's like your test, because you've just told yourself you're not finna do that no more, right? So and it'll be somebody you do it with all the time. So that's your little kiki buddy. And all of a sudden they'll call you, and now you got to be on the guard. Is you finna indulge with the shit you used to do and kiki? Or are you going to be a guard and take this serious and you'll be like, switch the subject, like start switching the subjects in mid conversation to positive, more upbeat type of conversations. Now they may not like it because, like, bitch, I'm trying to have fun. I'm trying to tell you the tea. But you have to be like, no, bitch, I can't indulge in that. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about our plans, our goals, our aspirations. So that's a good way, you know what I mean, to be a guard of your thoughts and the things that come to you. Because again, you will be triggered, and it will pull somebody that you're comfortable with to pull you out of what you're trying to do. So just stay grounded on your goals and what you want. And you can't get there in a low vibration. You can, right? But you got to be careful how you get things. I want to get things the right way, of positive, of light, so it can come and it can stay. When people do things of the dark, it don't stay, or it backfires on them, or, something happens where they regret it because they didn't approach it the right way. They're not using their mind. They're not using their own power. They're manipulating others and things of that nature. I don't want it that way. I want to learn how to do it with God and myself so I can create the life and teach others how to do it as well. Because it's like the more people that learn how to do that, the less you have people in depression, the less you have people worrying about money and resources and how they're going to take care of their kids and how they're going to get a car. Just the little things that people worry about. It steals childhoods from kids. It steals adulthood from parents. Because you're stuck in that loop of worrying and fighting Peter to pay Paul. You're in survival mode, stuck in your root sacral chakra. Well, not even the sacral, you're stuck in your root. And it's time for us to get up out of that. And once we break the code, we have to share with everybody else that is willing to take it. Like, don't force it. I don't force nothing on. I learned that a long time ago. We don't force our beliefs and we don't judge. But we live our life and we make a example of by ourselves, by standing in our truth. And if people want to join, they will. And if they don't, and that's that's their journey. That's their call. Just like it's your call to choose deliberately to reprogram your thoughts, to reprogram your life, like be on autopilot in an easy mode, not on autopilot trying to survive all the time. There are people out here that live a free life, and don't blind yourself to the struggle thinking that everybody's struggling. No, everybody is not struggling, because a lot of people have learned the power of their mind, and so they're making money easy, and you can too. And you can change your life by first killing them badass thoughts. And so I hope this was helpful. I'll be back with another one. Thanks for chatting with your girl. And until next time, peace, love, and happiness. Bye.